Hello Dragonstaffers, welcome to a Dragonstaff tutorial for caged matrices. So there are two prerequisites for this trick. One is going to be the first cages tutorial that I put up where we learned the caged cheating deaths, direction changes, things like that. The other is going to be your matrix, and there's a lot of confusion around what exactly a matrix is. Some people also call this an Andre. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I don't know which is what. So this is what I'm talking about when I say a matrix. You'll want to know that and your caged cheating deaths in order to put these two together into a caged matrix. Before getting any further, if you are watching this on Patreon, thank you, I kiss your feet, I bow to you. If you are watching this on YouTube, thank you as well. Please consider subscribing here, maybe check out the Patreon, maybe smash that like button. If nothing else, go down on that like button. All that being said, we'll move right along here. Something that I do want to point out about our caged tutorials for this month, they can be done on both sides or in both directions. We will be covering one side as we often do in my tutorials for the sake of time and simplicity. Of course, you will want to drill these tricks on the opposite side or going the opposite direction after you've learned the trick. And I know in these caged tricks it can be difficult to keep track of which side of the staff went where. That's why I have the blue tape off about 4 to 6 inches off from the center, yellow tape 4 to 6 inches away from the center on the opposite side. I have the lighter colored socks on the yellow tape side, darker colored socks on the blue tape side. Hopefully that is helping you throughout these tricks. So I'm going to break this trick up into 4 parts. The first being caged cheating death around the shoulders. The second being this little way of giving the staff momentum, bringing it towards the midline, back up the right arm. Third part, matrix. Fourth part, back into your cage. Back into your cage. And first I will go over the trick so that we're both facing the same direction. I will go over it again after facing forward in case you were not able to see. So, we start with our caged cheating death around the shoulders. Pause here. I have the yellow tape side of the staff underneath my armpit, the blue tape side of the staff over to my right side. I'm gonna bring the blue tape side of the staff towards the center and to the left. I'm gonna bring the yellow tape side out to my right. And that little way of the side of the staff pressing off of the ribs or underneath the armpit is how we're gonna give this staff some more momentum. Like I said, we bring the staff towards the midline, and then we're gonna flip it. So now the blue tape side of the staff is rolling up the right arm again. And then we have to take a little pause here, because as the center point is rolling up the right arm, creeping up towards the armpit, this is where we're gonna give the trick momentum into a matrix. So I have the center point on the right arm, almost near the armpit. I have the hands clasped over the staff on the yellow tape side. And then I'm gonna press that side of the staff away from me to the right to send the center point towards the armpit, into my matrix, across the back, up the left armpit, and then as the staff makes its way up the left armpit, down the left arm, rejoin your hands into the cage position to go into our 4th step, which is continuing your cage tricks. As I promised, I will go over that again from the front because that one is a lot to see. So, part 1, caged cheating death over or around the shoulders. From here, we're going to give the staff momentum by pressing the side of the staff off of the side of the body, underneath the ribs or underneath the armpit, towards the center. And as we do that, we flip the staff, and that's the center point that flipped there. We flip the staff so that it's rolling up the right arm again. And then as the center point is creeping up the right arm, up the right bicep, it's about to get to the armpit, that's where we lean into it. I'm leaning to my left, and I'm pressing the yellow tape side of the staff away from me to the right to send the center point across the back, coming up the left armpit, down the left arm, bringing the hands back into the cage position. Fourth part, I might have skipped the parts when I was going over it. First part, cage cheating death. Second part, giving it that momentum. Third part, matrix. Fourth part, back in your cage. And the point of contact, or at least the focus of my point of contact, is the center point. There are moments in your cage, because that's mostly what a cage is, where the other side of the staff is making contact with another part of the body. But my focus is the center point, at least when I'm in my caged cheating death. And then when I give it momentum, I'm pressing off the side of the staff. But when I come back into the matrix, it's the contact point back to the center. As I do the matrix, center point comes down the left arm as I bring it back into the cage. And that does it for our caged matrix tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed this one. It is definitely one of my favorite caged Dragonstaff tricks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.